Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I am doing my draw with me, my paint with me. So grab a sketchbook. I am going to be doodling in compressed charcoal from Generals, and I'm working in a discontinued A4 Lecterm. They don't make this pink anymore, but they do, I believe, make a wine colored. I will link all the products I'm using in the description box below, in case you are interested. And let's get to doodling. I started this sketchbook in April and did every other page. So I don't have a full 30 one-sided pages left. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through the first portion of the month and just very relaxing, sort of doing one portrait, one side, and then later I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the other side, which will probably end up the last couple weeks, I'll end up doing 2 portraits a month or a day, and that's all right. So this is the one from yesterday, and as you see, I have a sheet of paper because I'm now protecting the other side. And here's the one from the day prior. I'm really getting into hair in the face, so I thought I would do one where there's no hair in the face because I've done so many of those. And I was trying to think and understand where I'm at mentally with why I've never done Huevember. That is probably the most popular drawing artist challenge for the month of November. So if you want to check out that hashtag in places to get inspired, you will see some amazing things in some wild colors. I think for me, because I was sitting down and really going really, we're not doing Huevember again? We really just want to do charcoal portraits, which is nothing wrong with charcoal portraits. I love them. For me, when I do a drawing challenge and there's prompts, I figure out how to apply it to things I would like to draw. And I figure out what supplies I'm using and what surface I'm using, the medium. And Huevember tells you what color to use for every day of that challenge. And I don't like that. I figured out that that's why I don't care for it. They tend to start out with a really bright yellow or chartreuse, and I do love those colors. Chartreuse is amazing, but I don't care for it in terms of having to do it on a specific day. There aren't too many prompt lists for Huevember. Some folks have come up with ones for people who need ideas. I did see a dinosaur one floating around, which was pretty cool. But I just don't want to be told that today is chartreuse and tomorrow is grass green. You saw what I did for Drawloween. I did indigo. I did one color for the whole thing. I can't. I have to do what I love. Color's one of those things I don't want to sort of negotiate or settle on. I want to do what I want to do, and from there is how I feel super inspired. I find color to be very inspiring. There's such a rich history and backstory with some of it. But some of it is just so beautiful, and I just can't imagine being okay, so today is orange. What am I going to draw? And I just don't tend to draw or paint with a lot of orange. Some of those colors I've never done a drawing challenge with those, and maybe that would be why I should. Maybe everything that's talking me out of doing this drawing challenge should be flipped on its head and used for why I should do this drawing challenge sometime, but as of right now, I'm just not interested. I don't do charcoal a lot. In fact, the last time I did charcoal was last November. It's starting to really get to me, that I have unrealistic expectations of how I think I should be creating or drawing with this product. And it's that sliding scale of where we want our art to be, and then once it kind of gets there, we don't realize it and we want it to be even better. So no matter where our art is, we always want, improvement or, things to come easier. And I just don't do this medium enough to see the types of results I want to see. Now, last November, I did multiple portraits on a much smaller page, so it was much quicker. This time I am doing one per page, and they are averaging anywhere from an hour to about half an hour, if you're curious how long it takes me. And then I kind of switched up. So I was using cotton swabs for blending, and I didn't like how it looked. So I went back to, this is like the kitchen gloves you wear when you wash dishes. And I cut the finger off, and I really like blending with that. It's created way less texture and kind of sped up the process, which I'm enjoying. That portion being sped up a little bit. So this is kind of how it's going. And it's really, really nice coming from a drawing challenge, last month, where I was spending anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to a half an hour to an hour. It's been very, very nice. Feels like a little bit of a break and a rest while I'm still creating and doing something I enjoy and love. So that's really cool. And I am drawing a portrait of someone with freckles, and I really enjoy freckles. The trick to freckles, if I can impart any amount of wisdom, is that, let me get this on page. They come in all shapes and all sizes. Some clump, some are spread out. Some are very dark, some are very light. Some may look circular, some are more rectangular. So the key to this one is like value variation and shape variation and clumping variation. You really, really want to spread those out and make sure the hair gets higher. Make sure that you're varying those and kind of changing those up so they don't look quite so symmetrical. You want them to look as natural as possible. So some are going to be really, really faded and pale, and some are going to be much darker. And that's just how I do it. But I enjoy freckles. I think they're a very fun addition to portraits. I think they look lovely on people. And she is going to have very dark hair when I am done. So, we will do a little bit of an ear right there. You can kind of see how it's laying out. Again, this is going to take me much longer than a 10-minute video, but you get the general idea. You get what she looks like. So that helps. Anyway, how is your November going? Are you doing any drawing? Are you taking a break? I know a lot of folks participated in an October challenge. October is a very popular month for art challenges. If you're taking a break or a respite, or you're doing research for maybe something in December, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to know what other artists and creators are working on. I'm doing portraits. So, but I really need to do charcoal more than 1 month out of the year if I'm going to start to see the kind of results I want to see. And I have an idea in my mind of what I want my pieces to look like. and they're not there yet. They will be if I have a realistic talk with myself and tell myself to charcoal more, which could be one of my goals for next year, since doing more watercolor was my goal for this year, and I was able to stick to that, which is awesome. So I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.